Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Due to the time differences, um, I hope everyone is doing well by the grace. Today's topic is growing up traumas and the effects. Mhm. Uh, so many people have so much going on. Even some with counseling, without counseling, it still have some type of effect. As always, music is a good sensory for the mind, body, and soul. So I cannot start the program without playing one or two songs. And so let me just start. Dada Katie, I have Quadrentry and Entry. So let's listen and work it. Then they may kind of slowly but sure. Oh. Hey, brother. Alpha Joe Wilson. You pop up every now and then. And they say, one of my phone is acting up. My partner kicking me out. I can't even watch myself. It's just kicking me out. My dear Nick Lord Adwoa Odo is saying my namesake. Oh, why is this thing kicking me out? Brother Jones Amwapon is saying, this thing is kicking me out too. Sir? Music is a good sensory for the mind, body, and soul. Asaboni Kumasasi. No dance kill earth. No dance will kill the earth. And you need your hey, Charlie, the way some of these musicians sing now, I'm hoping they have the same deep thoughts of love, man. Huh? Okay, I do that my this thing is bugging me. Stop. Hey, I can't copy the thing. But don't you wampa? It's just words, right? Willingly, that would not happen. Hey, why I'm not? I don't know. This thing is not letting me copy. Hey, I didn't see that you have landed. Oh, my beautiful, knowledgeable sister. Hey. Which song I was playing? And you mean back apart from a nation. My beautiful, knowledgeable sister, Aisha Ankara. Hey! Oh, lovers more, and then you're bored on your only love songs, Sam. Grab your partner. Hey! I took a bush your thing, and I'm on fanfare. Hey! Soon, yeah. Oh. Brother Papa Wilson. Hello. One love, eh? One love, everybody. Aisha. Oh, thank you. You are always positive. I mean, I love your energy, your vibe, you know. Thank you. Sister Love, you're looking amazing. Thank you. Juice Plus, yo. Hey. Candice, how are you? This is the first time I'm seeing you here. Oh, you've been here and I haven't noticed. Brother Nancy, do you dear? One friend near and come one in your one. To radio, Dente, our author. Hey, I got my book. Give you my number? No, I don't give my number like that. Hey. Amazon. Baby, anyone went to me Amazon. Now for so hard work, eh? And then I do maybe read it. Tonight, I'm gonna read some of them, eh? Woo! Hey! Hey! But, hey! Yes, oh! Hey, come here. You are really, 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 really optimistic and like determined. Why are you putting your number on in public? You know, you're gonna have someone call you, eh? I hope you won't have anybody calling and bothering you. Hey, Sister Mami, you forgot with you. The knowledgeable one, welcome. Hey, and then my is so distracted to the point he said, "You know, me okay, inti mami nko this song dear. Hey, even if you don't listen to Kojo, this one go kick you. Well, for the lovebirds. I love this song. Huh. Hey, I got my book. Hey, super excited. Go to Amazon. Sister Ya, go get it. Hold that Atubra. Go get your own. I'm getting ahead. Hey. Whoa. Hey. But Charlie. Although boy, I show Elemenia, meeting no man row and on into Nanola, you find them right. Yet they be on a better, they're perfect. Yummy way, I think, and he knows it. Hey, my knowledge of Moses, so for them. Hey, so for them. Hey, if you're going through some love suffer, I'm sorry, but this song, yeah, love time. Hey, you get my groove back on. Viva Manu, Viva Manu, Viva Manu, yeah, Viva Manu. Someone money me and catch him go. I don't know me. Every family. I say no na to kabush your neighbor. Every family. Hey, but although me chon, come on. I'm telling you, sister. So for that, hey, we did the program for no hair. That be who said you know, see, some I'm a bit boy. So for that, the group is back. Oh, hey, Miss Sorry, I'll get myself in trouble. This way, Mr. Music Man, the king of love song. Hey, Viva Maria, Viva Maria, hey, I Viva Maria. But me, I'm getting I don't know anything. As a bunny to no dance will pale earth. And don't worry about what people will say. Tell it, do what makes you happy. This is part of my cardio. Ooh, my beautiful sister, Saida Afano, baby queen. Charlie, Odo yo. Hey. Hey. Hey, it's like that. I could pass the out. Congratulations on your second book, okay? The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. Get your copies. I don't know, Missy. Every family. Every family. And the anime. Can we hear? This way, Mia. Hey. This is one of my other songs that I love. Where is it? Minyan Tapaya. Charlie, I'm going to start the conversation soon. Sorry, guys. Music is good. Oh. Hey. Minyan Tapaya. Minyan Tapaya. I can't make too much. Only love song. Minyan Tapaya. Saba. Welcome. TGIF Friday. Hey, yep, that's what Friday nights are about. Party. Me and you are able to be to find you. Hello, lovely girl. Hey, I'm not a girl, I'm a woman or lady. Hey, what? You're not Savaya for real. Oh, yeah, to me, I pity and I'm out of here with them. He's my main man. Men is saying, New Year, baby. Oh, yeah, to me, I pity and tell me, I'm all that be passa. It will, we must have made up with you. Oh, yeah, when you are Yantabaya, and come back to my God, don't change. Now, watching you. Yantabaya, come to some of my God, oh, oh, I just love you. Oh, I just love you. So, man. Mantnasia, I will put myself in trouble. My craziness will come, and I don't need the craziness to come right now. I need to save it for later. So, Mima will be aquaba. I hope say yes, Wadum. And sure. Ooh, I'm telling you, Sister Ama, Sokode. That this name go kill me, oh. I love classics there, Charlie. Kojenchi. I love Kojenchi. Bruta. To the extreme. To the extreme. All the way. Mr. Music Man. I kid you not. Come with it. So the topic today, as you all see, oh, I see. And then I said, "La coach, would there be your binimo?" Sister Sage Williams, no, then. Apomu Etisen, one of my critical thinkers, sister. Send me the be a mekano. Like you have so many of us that does a lot of things, but it says sister ya to bra. Says me can the second book. The Beauty of a Woman's Heart is out. This is go get your hard copy on Amazon. Okay, so go get yours. Mine came today. I'm super excited about it. And she has space that you'll be able to, like, if you want to make notes, have questions, and have ideas, You write them down. I love this. So I haven't started reading yet, but that's what I'm gonna do over this weekend. I have more than enough. Hey, Minya Bema, Javier, how many numbers you have? Thank you, Sister Yatobra. I will get there in a happy yourself, mommy. Oh, Mr. Minam, Chester sis, I'm telling you, my dear, I will happy myself all the way to the extreme. Sister, Sister Sage Williams, also, no, she has, she has her own business with authentic merchandise, T-shirts, dresses, cream, jewelries, and so many other accessories. So if you want any merchandise, from her, you go to sageshare.com. If you look on the screen, it's right there. It's going in back and forth. You go there. She has a little small box that you can, like the T-shirt. If you only see black and you want red, blue, green, any other color, you put it in that comment section. The colors of the shirts that you will like. She have different designs. I have a couple of her shirts. As I said last time, there are some colors that I need to order from her. I haven't come down to it, but she knows me. I will say it, and then one day, boom, it will come. It will come to pass. So she knows me. I don't promise and fail. I follow through what I say. And Sister Sage said, greetings, Sister Adwoa Odo, and the beautiful people aboard. Thank you so much, sis. Sister Amma Sokode. Would you need it? I will say it throughout the whole program. She said, for me to happy myself, only one life to live. Of course, we only have one life to live. And I mean, at Bushos, I will continue to do. And you from. Hello. and Sister Yatobra, you go to this site, website, and then it will bring you directly to purchase her book. Okay, so this is amazing, and I'm going to give her my feedbacks and everything. Everybody knows I'm talkative, so let me play my jingle for a while. I haven't played the jingle in a while, so you guys will have to listen to my beautiful jingle that Brother Brian and Brother Ankra corroborate for me, because they love me so much and I love them also. It describes me. Oh, hold on. Hold on, sis. I'm live. Let me come watch you. Okay, thank you. That's my baby sister, Crisscross. She's coming through. So here we go. Hey, Adwoa Odo Nsem Rena. Make us say why you make it. Why you go pass? Ono die oba. So nepo. No watch Nsem. Awa watch ya see. Into other form. What I mean is, beloved, Adwoa Odo Nsem is here. Let us go and listen to her. All you have to do is to give her your listening ears. She's going to dissect, and even intersect the words of this life to you. I am going to listen to Odo Nsem. I love this part. Hey. No size. uye kikim ankasa, Brother Brian. Madam Wasipa, brother, brother. Nana esiere da po me da ase pa so was the menim da whole rough me da se between wo sister ama sokode this ayato bra this ama mention like so many of you the mama me no I can kind kakra. Yeah, I'm learning how to pronounce and sound out my native language, writing, because some of them know like it's like oh, thank you, Sister Aisha Ankara. Don't you love that? Onapo, hey, unso woni onapo idiot. Just small cry. So sister, the topic today, let me put it up for you guys. Is growing up traumas and the effects. So I would say over 90% of Ghanaians and some people around the world, but in Ghana alone, I will put over 90% grew up with some type of trauma. Some traumas, some of our family members, friends, and so many other people did not feel that it was a big deal. But, when people grow up, it does affect them with their decision makings and choices and so many other things. So we're going to just go into that, because a lot of times we feel like little things. It may not affect my baby sister, knowledgeable one also. It may not affect her greatly, but it might affect me greatly. So we just need to be mindful that things that some of us see as nothing could be something for someone. So we need to just not, pass on judgment or like speak for others or tell other people how to feel and stuff like that. That's what we do best. In here, we have to be respectful to each other and share information, speak our mind respectfully. No insults are allowed here, no disrespect. If you don't agree with somebody, you can just use your words, because I prefer people to use their words to express their emotions. If you are angry, if you are mad, if you are frustrated, if you don't get what the heck I'm talking about, that's quite okay. Feel free to express yourself, but do not disrespect other people. Do not disrespect, period, or insult people. I mean, we're here to learn, share information, and also take what you can get from. Later on tonight at 10 o'clock, Sankofa Radio, you go download Sankofa Radio on your phone and you listen to Dr. Osei for Impemun Komodie. I love it. Yes, you hear me there, because I love to experiment, to just explore. I don't talk about just one thing, one area. I go all around. That's why I talk about Abrabo and Nsem life issues, because there's so many things that happens all around. So Sister Aisha Ankara said, having stability and knowing you are protected by your family allows you to form solid and safe relationships later in life. Most definitely. A lot of times that we don't realize, most of us do not realize that, but some of us have now recognized that when we have children, our children mimic, they copy, they mirror the things that adults do around them or allows into their circle or into their environment, into their marital home, into their family home, outside, interacting with other people, going to events, and how we speak with others, the words that we use. Words are very powerful. We all know, most of us know, it can make someone or it can break someone depending how it's being used. Our tone of voice even also does have effect on so many of us, because at times you can have somebody who is so happy, but when they speak, their voice is so loud with no limit that a person may think that they are upset, and they may not be upset. They may be just so super happy. But some of us have learned to kind of like twist, turn, regulate it, but many people have not learned to regulate their tone of voice. Even sometimes when someone write a statement or share their thoughts, the way that they speaking or the wording that they use, someone can misunderstood that and take it upon, take it to be like the person is talking to them, or it can hit a chord, it can trigger someone, but like that's why it's important for us to ask questions. If someone says something that you don't understand, take time, take it in, process it, ask questions. If you don't get it, get it. And it's okay if you don't get it, because we all process things differently. So you should not expect other people to think the same way that you think, because we have like ladder thinkers. Some people are the base of the ladder, others are, second base, third, and then in the middle, and then all the way up top. Sani dream no obiara wɔ ne level. Obi wɔ hɔnom a atwedeɛ aseɛ paa na ɛhɔ na ɔwɔ. Obi wɔ nso a second, obi wɔ nso a deɛ ɛdi so anaasɛ mfimfini anaasɛ wokɔ soro anaasɛ ɔkɔ soro paa. Nti no sɛ obi ɛkasa ɛkyerɛ sɛ onim nyansa sen wa, it's okay. Busa nipa koro no deɛ wonim, na wo nso take wo nso fa bi na fa yɛ wo ho adwuma. But sɛ wɔka na sɛ wonte ase a, ɛno ɛnkyerɛ sɛ ebia nea woka no ɛno ɛmfa kwan mu. Wo wonte aseɛ no. But sɛ wo nso wohu sɛ wo wonte aseɛ na obi nte aseɛ nyɛ different. So obi ka na wonte n'ase a, ehia sɛ wobɛyɛ nipa na anaasɛ wobɛ disrespect nipa na anaasɛ wobɛ try to like limit the person or embarrass the person, humiliate the other person. I mean, how do you learn when you always thinking that you like above everybody else? You cannot learn that way. Mini aba ahofedia Belinda Ejare. Na ya echa apomu etesen brother Roger apomu etesen. I hope say yes to abdomini shura ohuye. Thank you so very much, Sister Sage Williams, and you are very welcome. Oh, hey baby sister, Chris Crossman ahofedia obesima. So want to send greetings to everyone on this platform. You look beautiful, sis. Thank you. And then my no. You can tell, right? My dear Tanvir, I hope I'm saying your name right. Shahani. Thank you. Just Aisha Ankra wow, on sister love. Again, I'm a kind menya wow, and I say me jingles now with tea and me shut time, which is really bad of me because I have to show love. Brother Ankra and oh, brother Roger, you not late to cry, but two fitias. Sentin I am a bar me tab on your mucacrano. And you're not late. Yen and I to say, Mr. Moon share more so madrin. Send a bear in common bay de moon jam and I mean Kwame Metna Hassin Katasa. I would like for people to share their opinions, and their take on, growing up with traumas, and the effects. Because somebody will be like, oh, now you didn't go through that much, so you should be over with. It doesn't work like that. Our mind function differently. And some of us, when it comes to emotional, psychological stuff, we are not built, our mind is not built strong enough. Some people learning positive coping skills can get you there, but if you don't have all the necessary tools, the resources, now you are limited. So when one is limited, there is no way they will be able to, get the necessary things that they need to be able to function the way they want to function. And many of us, truly, um, we do things to satisfy the world, to soothe the world, to massage other people, to kiss people. Some people kiss people's buttocks, some people kiss people's feet, some people kiss the ground that other people walk on. Why is that? Because we're different. For me, Adwoa Odo, I put up, and you will not get me to that level, because where I'm at, it's not gonna, even at the time of, like, my challenges, I did not kiss the floor for nobody. So why should I do that now? And I don't allow people to think for me. I think for myself. Sister Yatubra said, "You are learning chief from me, pa." Yeah, chai. Yes, I know. Katasumumwa. So you don't know. The first time you wrote that, and I, I said it, I was like super excited. I was like, yes, yes, I'm finally able to sound it. Yes, but Sister Ama Sokodet is the one that really pushed me. She pushed me to the brink, because she came one time. I was doing the program and she wrote something in Akan language, and I tried to say it. I sounded it totally wrong. How I said it has nothing to do with it. It took me to get off live for me to sound it out and understand what she meant to say. And I was kicking myself. I was like, oh my gosh, this is what she was saying. And I'm like, I couldn't say it. So I made it, my, part of, a way to, like, I speak the Akan language with, when, if I have conversation with you guys, like someone is like live with me, talking with each other, I can engage and be fluent. But if I have to do it on my own, sometimes, I don't know if it's nerve, but I understand every Akan language that people speak, because that's one thing my father, my parents did not allow us to do. When we home, we speak the Akan language. But once we got older and moved out of the house, I can speak English at my house. Nobody can tell me not to speak it. If I feel like it, then I'll speak the Akan language in the house. Hey, my goodness, my beautiful sister Vivi Nash Pensational. Apomo to say me who watch says, Miss Michiao, greetings to you as well. Yes, what dominating share. I mean, yeah, bushia phone, yen nala, obia, moye. Namia shra, papa. Why I don't so. Sister Belinda Ajare says, yes, you are very, very right, sis. Thank you. That was earlier when I was speaking, I have to keep up with the comments, so it will go with what I'm talking about. I think so. I caught up with the comments, right? Very much so. So let me bring the topic back. So most of the time, some of the things that happens to us, growing up, a lot of people feels that, okay, this was not a big deal. Okay, we mostly look at how you may call it, being raped, being molested, the bigger things being the worst of the worst. But as but one some other things, are also as bad as, being molested, when you are emotionally and psychologically abused, because that itself can get you to lose your mind. You can really be seriously impacted with that, because your lifestyle is going to be like, every time your mind is always on the negative. Nothing, even when things are going well for you, you see that as it's not, because you don't see the positive aspect in that. Some bad experiences, we just have to like learn through it. Don't jump over it. Don't try to avoid it, because when you go through things, trauma, the best way to like be able to press forward and have a normal life, or close to a normal life, is to for you to deal with it. If you need to talk about it, now most people are aware of like counselors. Some people don't trust counselors, but you might have someone that you trust, uh, someone who will not bring your secret out in public. I mean, like, will respect your privacy. But when it comes to most Ghanaians, they don't have boundaries. They don't have respect for other people's boundaries. They just go and open their mouth like they have. Sister Sika would say diarrhea mouth. Me, I just say diarrhea, but she put mouth to it, and I'm loving the terms diarrhea mouth. Okay. So, Sister Sage Williams says some children grow up facing physical, emotional, psychological abuse, among other abuses. Of the physical trauma. Oh, I think so. I'm hearing myself here. Okay. The physical trauma or abuse may heal. The psychological and the emotional abuse or trauma linger on in life. Thank you, sis, for putting that out there. For sure. Um, if this is not taken care of, it can affect other adversary. Most definitely. Oh my gosh. Like, a lot of people do not realize the emotional and psychological part. Like, those are the most dangerous, because it's invincible. Nobody can see it. Nobody can know what you're going through. The physical aspect, I mean, we're not saying that that's good. It's bad also, but when you get a cut on your skin, with the right treatment, you'll be able to, like, it will heal gradually. If you get bruises at some point, as time goes on, the bruises will disappear. It will not stay on you the same way that people saw it on the first day. As time goes, it will start fading and fading. But for your mind, the things that has been done to your mind, being broken down physically, psychologically, some people ends up, having depression, because they holding things inside. They keeping things, all the hurt, everything. They don't want to talk about it. Some of them don't know how to even start that conversation. And for most Ghanaians, most of us are foreign with counseling. Even like when you look at, like, some of the public figures who claims to be uh, counselors. Like, every time I see videos here and there of them speaking of certain things and how people should act and what people should do, and I listen to them, and I'm like, do they even understand the damage they causing? The confusion they creating, the chaos. I mean, in their mind, they think that they're speaking so well and it makes sense, and it does make sense to them. But don't do that. Do not limit somebody, a gender or whomsoever, to make you feel superior. That's not how it works. And then, I mean, when it comes to us women, it feels like in our culture, community, culture, society, community, tradition, like even things that are not culture is now attached to culture. We make it a norm. Like, this is something that we need to be receptive to it. But we don't have to. We don't need to be receptive to it. Things that does not work for me, I'm not going to use it, because it's not going to work for me. So if it's culture, and that is not working for me, I'm changing it. And I'm changing it by with my individual self, how my thinking process work. I'm not going to say my mom and dad use it, so I'm going to use the same thing. Something that is not beneficial to me, I should not waste my energy on that. But many people do that. People who accept things as it is, they have a tendency of giving reasons, excuses, blaming game, comparing, unnecessary competition, blaming game. Okay, I am not able to be a hard worker because I went through X, Y, and Z. Okay, that was then. What is preventing you now? This is some of the things, that we need to, like, focus on. How do you fix, or how do you change things that did not, help you growing up? Because when you were a child, you don't have much to say, especially in Ghana. If you're Ghanaian now, things are changing a little bit, but growing up, adults are always right. But you and I both know that most adults are unintelligent. They're not they're not mature. They do so many wrong things, but they still get away with whatever they do. Is the child that's always wrong? When a child and adult, get into argument or a problem, the child is always wrong, the adult is always right. But we know better. That is totally false and it's wrong. No wonder most people grow up to be um, dysfunctional, have dysfunctional mindset, and they're expecting their children and their children, their grandchildren, and the next generation to act the same way that they want to act, or be the same way that they were. And then you have some parents, they enforce, they push things, their dream on their kids. I mean, if you were not able to do it, why are you pushing that on me? I'll be whatever I want to be. Boss Lady Neo Dende, the marvelous, knowledgeable, motivational, strong, well, beautiful boss lady Bakope. Bam, welcome, boss, and thank you. Sister Aisha said, imagine the scale and scope through a child's eyes. My gosh, trying to process the newness of this experience, trauma, and trying to understand their role in their occurrence. Children do not filter information through the terms of education, socialization, and life experiences as we do. Oftentimes, they blame themselves because they have no other points of reference of why this event occurred. Lord have mercy. Oh, sis, I'm telling you, it's like, it's horrible. It's really terrible. The fact that, children sees a lot of things. Like, I can sit on social media and tell my story from when I was 2 years old up to this age, in my late 40s. I remember everything. It's like a movie. It's like watching a movie. Every little things, every details. I can't remember the clothes, the color of the clothes I was wearing, but like, from each age, I remember exactly the things that I did. The good and the bad. you know, because I remember, like, when I was that age, yeah, when I when I was like 7 years old, my mom was a nurse. So, like, she will bring Tom Brown and milk powder, you know, uh, needle, like milk powder, and I had normal kind of needle, right? Sister, I'm a there. So, like, she will bring them, and before I will eat a lot of, milk powder, like, and normally when you eat a lot of milk powder, what you do is you pass gas. Back home, if you are a female and you pass gas, it's like you have done the worst thing ever. And then you come to US, you have people holding pizza, walking in the street and passing gas like it's nothing. The only thing some of them say is excuse me, others will not say nothing at all. And you be like, oh my. And they're not even shy about it. You go to see your general practitioner, they they will ask certain question. One of them is, are you able to pass gas? Utimita. And then you say, okay, I say, honey, and I say, me shouldn't to mean town. And you say, we are gonna need or bar. Now I wouldn't fear, and I saw boyfriend, and I say, a penny, I mean, it's a one penny for any money class out the town penny for. I mean, there's a limit, and just be mindful of that. But it says, be a honor, or need no can for honor, not say, ja. I did back who fa na who say a silent one. Never deep pum as you did. I mean, I heard someone talking about divorcing his wife because his wife farted in his presence and his wife does not respect him. My freaking God, are you kidding me? Like, because your wife passed, guys. I mean, sometimes grow bit me can some now usra utimi passing gas utimi tafem. And it's not intentional. I can't hear yeah. I mean, but it's a new maybe say because oh, like look the nonsense she's talking about. But I know passing gas is good. You can't hold things inside. I mean, if you are in a place that you can excuse yourself and go and do your thing, by all means do that. But don't pressure yourself. Reducing pressure is one of the things that I also touch base on. Do not pressure yourself to, do certain things for other people. Okay. I heard a story, and this story is hilarious. I know it didn't happen, but it's likely possible it happened. So the story that I heard was that said there was this lady and her husband, and they were expecting a visitor, and that visitor was like really important visitor. So the husband went to the airport to pick up the visitor and called the wife that they are on their way home. The wife was cleaning the house and everything, and she needed to pass gas, but because her husband had called and said that they on their way, she didn't know how long or what time they will come in the house, and she wasn't sure if she passed gas, if he's going to be the one that knock people out, if he's gonna smell, perfume the house, so she decided to go to the restroom. But this is where I'm saying that it has to be fake. She had the mindset to go to the bathroom and then take some toilet tissue, toilet roll, and push it in her, you know what, to block the to block the air from coming out. And she came back out of the bathroom to the living room, and then the husband and the visitor came. So at some point the visitor came, they sat down, everything, they welcomed them, she served them. So as she was sitting there, because she's blocking the air from coming out, she started feeling dizzy and she passed out. So the husband, the visitor, they don't know what was happening. They rushed her to the hospital. When they got to the hospital, the doctor checked everything, she's fine, but they don't know why she has passed out. So as the doctor was checking her, she saw that she has some tissue stuck in her, backside. The doctor pulled that, and the gas, she just farted like for a long period of time. I mean, I think they just made up the story to make people laugh. And it says, "Oh, your ba," not say anaasɛ bɛrima na sɛ tan de wo mu benya ɔhɔhoɔ baa hɔnom na ase o te sɛ me tan hɔnom bɛbɔn nti no wanya kwan akɔ bathroom ɛne akɔ bathroom na gye mu na hyɛ hɔnom for some time ansa na waba wakɔ bathroom wahu nyansa akɔ bathroom akɔte toilet roll de ahyɛ wo to sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ ɛta ne mma na wapaase out kyale ebi mu nso wɔ nsɛm o and sister, let's go back to trauma. Yes, baby girl. Where's daddy? Daddy's sleeping? Okay, so yeah, stay there. Okay, let me okay, that's fine. Sister Aisha, I'm sorry guys. Sister Aisha Ankra said trauma can also impact a person into adulthood as they experience feelings of shame and guilt, feeling disconnected and unable to relate to others, trouble controlling emotions, anxiety, depression, as well as anger, and can lead to greater generational issues. Bam, 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 bam. My God. Hey, sister. One of my best friends, Charlotte Nemo. Edin we me church. Emi ni aba wo fedua tuntum papa bi me mo wakọ aba. Hey, ma feel rough. And Sister Aisha, hey, asamwa bobo nyoma so. That is so true because there are instances for some men and women with the trauma that they go through. At times they are shameful. They become shameful to talk about it. Even they don't tell their partner because they feel that they because of the guilt and the shame, they feel like if they tell their partner may not love them the same way that they love them, or they see them in a different light or form, right? So they will keep to themselves. Some of them have nightmares. In the middle of the night, they be sweating. It is a whole lot. And, from learning so many things, no victim should feel shame or guilt of things that happened to them while growing up. Because at the time, the parent, the mother, the father, the adults in her or his family that was supposed to protect them are the one who should be feeling shameful and guilty for not protecting an innocent child. I mean, we do have some parents, some uncles, some family members, and neighbors and friends who knows that so and so is a child molester, so and so is a rapist, so and so is an abuser in so many other ways, but they will choose to look the other way. You come from a society, a culture, or a community, whereas if you are poor, you will be victimized. Even when someone, a rich person, does wrong to you, you will be the one that will be put on trials. People will speak ill of you. People will put you down while you down and drag you in the mud because simply you don't have money, you're poor. So you have rich people, most rich people who do wrong and they get away with it because they have money to bribe other people who also, because of their greed, right, they will take the money and make good cases foolish cases. I mean, I just quite do not understand why. There has to be justice across now. And then you have some family, they want to save their family name honor. So they do not want certain secrets to go out. and other people will sit on it, and it will never come out until the victim make a decision to expose them, because they are fed up with everything that's happening. That how many Ghanaians have the balls to do that, have that determination, the motivation, will be inspired by what somebody said, or what they have learned, or be bold enough to step up, step out of their comfort zone, and really speak for themselves, or protect an innocent child. You have some fathers, some mothers who themselves abuse their own children or their own child, physically, sexually, emotionally, psychologically, all around, because they can get away with it, right? And then the child will be told, if you do mention this to anybody, you regret being born, or like, I will hurt your family and stuff like that. I mean, where do they go for support? Even sometimes you have adults, you have officials who are also abusers, who are also molesters. So who do you go to complain to, right? Because oya 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 ni oya, because obi wo hɔ nom a, some people, they're in position and they know that this person knows their secret. So if they're in a position to do something, they will make the case foolish case and assign it to somebody else, which is something that go a long way. But we need to break that cycle. We shouldn't, be timid. We shouldn't be intimidated to speak the truth, because the truth is only one. You have to be able to speak up the truth. Even when you get to certain age as a child, you get to certain age, you need to be able to like speak your truth. And adults who chooses not to believe children, because yes, children, most of them do have imagination. Us growing up, I had imagination, but I didn't have the imagination. Whereas I would go tell a lie on somebody that I know did not happen. Things that I would say that I know will get someone in trouble, it's because it happened. It's not because I'm saying it to get attention. But yet, you do have a percentage of children who will say things to get certain adults in trouble because they don't like them. That is wrong. But what are we, the parents, doing to change that setting, to not have children just lie because they feel that they can do that and get away with? We have to embed them with positive and better coping skills, something that will add to their life, not to damage them, get them dysfunctional, and do things when they feel certain way towards a certain person, because that's not how it should work. You know, um, so most times, individuals who grows up with traumas, because you have one person, they may not have only one trauma, they may have multiple traumas, and it is with different family members, with different people, neighbors, family, friends, and so many things. And when they grow up, they do feel disconnected, as Sister Aisha said. They're not able to have affection for other people, their significant others. They are not able to relate to others. Some of them will isolate themselves, whereas, some of them will get in trouble over the years. Every time they try everything, they always getting themselves in trouble. They unable to control their emotions, in a sense, like, when they get angry, they get angry at the person that is in their sight, even though that person did not do anything to cause them harm, but because they were affected, they were traumatized growing up. They use all the angers that they have in them onto the person closer to them, right? So it becomes a little tricky, right? And then I mean, when you are anxious about something, you get scared with certain things, and if certain things are not working the way you want it to work, you get anxious. Some people start getting anxiety attack, whereas they will require medication to control that, because without the medication, that will kind of like escalate and really get worse and worse and worse. And, some who will hold things in and hold on to it. They don't let it go. They will tell you, "I have forgiven you," and they're still holding on to it. It develops into something that they become depressed. And with they have different level of depression. You have the manic depression and so many others. Some of them without medication, you cannot function without medication, and you might require to be on medication for the rest of your life in order for you to be able to um, have a normal life. Without the medication, you're going to have so many issues back and forth, and then whereas you make it worse, it becomes chronic, um, in and kind of like disrupt your life. So it is a whole lot, and children, they watch all this and copy. Like this afternoon when I came home, I got Sister Yatobra's book. So I was super excited and I was talking to Kay about it, but I was like, my voice was like so loud, and Kay was like, also like a bit excited up. So our daughter, the 10-year-old, came over there. She thought that we were arguing. We were not. We were just talking about like different things. And uh, Kay was like, "You see, she came here, she thought that we were arguing." So I turned to her, I was like, "No, baby girl, we're not arguing. I just got this book and I'm excited." So she was like, "Oh, okay." You see how children are like, they are incredible. They know so much. They see things, they hear things, and they're very observant. When she came over there and she saw our facial expression, when she realized that it wasn't nothing. We were just messing around. Then she turned around to leave. That's when, I addressed her. I make sure, revalidated what she observed, that, we were just teasing each other. Sister Aisha Ankara said, we need to take life one day at a time. Simple, most definitely. Sister Charlotte Nimo Obahofe. Thank you. You very welcome. Thank you, Sister Belinda Ajari. She's like, "No, yeah, HR." Like both your names are like awesome. I love it. So like growing up, traumas and the effect, the impact of growing up traumas in our lives, it varies. There are so many different of them based on our choices and decision makings. When we grow up, how are we dealing with our trauma? Things that we doing to reduce pressure, all that you have to ask yourself, because some people, how they're dealing with their trauma is just hiding uh, within. They don't interact, they don't socialize with other people, because some people, Sister Aisha said earlier, feel shameful, so they don't want to interact with too many people, because they don't want to have a conversation that one day it might come out that they were sexually abused or they were raped as when they were younger, they were molested, and so many other things. So a lot of them, they isolate themselves, they disconnect themselves from other people. Whereas some of them, instead of hiding within, you have some uh, molested children, they will, uh, when they get to their teenage years into the adulthood, they will sleep with so many other partners, not because They want to sleep around, but they feel that's the only way that they feel that they can connect with other people. They doing it in an unhealthy way. Some of them may require extensive, counseling, but when it comes to our society community, majority of us do not want to go counseling, because going to counseling means that there is something wrong with you. You are broken, but it shouldn't have to be. Counseling is actually good. If you have a good counselor, someone who knows exactly what they're doing, you don't need to listen to people who have named themselves counselors and they're not counselors. They don't have any degree. They just speak in foolishness. I'm not talking about those counselors. I'm talking about professional counselors who knows exactly what they're talking about. So, dealing with your trauma, like for many people, talking about it, coming out, being able to talk about what they experienced and what they went through helps. For some of them, they will talk about it, but they will need to confront their abuser. You know, Unfortunately, some abusers, by the time that their victim is bold enough, have matured, and motivated to do that, the person is no longer alive, or the person is no longer living where they used to live. So some victims are not able to confront their um, abuser or their molester, or like someone who cause or inflict pain on them. So they're not able to do that. With some people, if they're not able to confront their um, abuser, it becomes, that kind of set a chain reaction. They will struggle over and over. Decisions that they will make decision on impulses, whereas they place themselves in the same type of unhealthy environment that they want to get out of it. So if they're not able to meet someone who is willing to support them emotionally, psychologically, and get them the help that they need, they're going to end up, being in a circle of friends, whereas they can, become drug addict. They will make erratic decision that could put their lives in danger. Just going, sleeping with anyone, everyone, at the bar, or the restaurant, like anywhere, in the back of a store and everything. So, like, there's so much that could happen. And that's why it's not good to like judge people, because sometimes some people use sex to numb their pain, because that's something that was, taught to them, growing up as a child. They were, violated. Their innocence were taken away from them. So, they just give up. They settle for less. They be like, okay, after all, my virginity was taken from me. So what else is new? I'm just gonna do whatever. If you have to like do this to get money, and there's so much that can play into it, but we cannot. Oh my ahimfie nana boama apɔmu te sɛn mema wakɔ aba mmeda ase nso nda ase paa nyame nhyira. Ah, so adɔfoɔ nom yɛ tiefo, ɛnɛ Friday ɛbɛyɛ awareɛ mu nsɛm. Nti no 8:30 in 40 minutes time we have to join ɔman ahemfie to say near support, share the programs. Maybe when you come upon his programs now, you can share it over YouTube or our Facebook. You can also look him up on my Adwoa Odo Mensa personal page, because I share it over there with most of his programs, so you can go and watch it. I just love, like, Thursdays and Saturdays. Thursdays he reads uh stories in regards, yeah, storybook. Ɛwɔ yɛ kasa no mu ɔkan ɔno de twi kasa no deɛ kyale ɔnte sɛ me Adwoa Odo a mekan akyerɛ me twitwi break yi o. And to say you Saturdays, like oh amanneɛ nneɛma to say twi mu nneɛma to say within what it means no ne ade na meka no yie. uh, nkyerɛkyerɛ bebree, like a lot of productive teaching, and I'm learning so much from him. So on my himfi Nana Boma said, a very good evening to you, my dearest daughter Adwoa. I love that, my dearest daughter Adwoa. Keep on with your good work. Thank you so very much, and good evening to you as well, Nana. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's okay. If it's not okay, I would try to mommy to say I know say Thursdays you read stories, different stories, and the stories are really interesting, very interesting. And then Fridays the our real the any the me kai palm, and Saturdays so yan church to say ye meaning of name that be a free to say a year wo say be away a snake bread too, and these are like a lot of teachings for sure. All right, so Sister Aisha Ankara said, hey, fearful, avoidant, attachment. Oh, yes. Oh, my goodness. Ghanaians have a lot of that. When a child experiences and is exposed to abuse and neglect, it is natural for some to fear intimacy. Sɛ mo mmarima no a yɛ akyerɛ sɛ mo ne mmaa bi koda a ɔbaa no ɔne wo bɛko maware o, ɛnso no ansa paa na ɔbɛma wakɔ road no na kyerɛ sɛ wama wasweat to the point you don't even know what to do. But yɛ mumu bi no munya mmerɛ ne nipa ne ntena ase na munni nkɔmmɔ, because me feel sɛ nke yɛsua effective communication, active listening, and other coping skills. Now, I think that we'll be able to help each other. Those who has gone through childhood trauma, teenage trauma, the adulthood trauma, because trauma happens on every level. It's not just when you are younger, growing up, when you get to your adult, making your decisions and stuff. There are so many things around. So, when it comes to intimacy and you find yourself always fighting with your significant other now, your partner now, I mean, you need to start talking, paying close attention, but don't go assume that the person has been molested, abused, or something. Some women don't like sex, period. So there needs to be a conversation. So please do not go and say, Adwoa Odo says if your partner is doing this. I said there needs to be a conversation around that to find out what's happening. If it's just that they don't like it. But some people, they might be going through a lot of like inner struggles, but they will tell you that they're okay. So you need to give time and exercise patience. So let me go let me go back to Sister Aisha Ankara. So sister, intimacy and close relationships very much. Now in adulthood, those with fearful avoiding attachment are often distrustful and have a difficult time sharing emotions and may seem disconnected from their partner. True, 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 true. Bam, bam, bam. Thank you, sis. No kremu, no krepam. And when sometimes you have the man or the woman saying that, my partner does not even touch me. They, I can't get close to them. having like sexual interaction with them, is like she's always cold, or he's cold, he doesn't even want to kiss. There's so many things that play in it. She don't want me to touch her. At times, even a simple touch, a light touch, can cause them to be jumpy. I mean, there's a lot of things that happens that goes through traumatize people's life. You don't know. I mean, some of them for the rest of their life will not be able to share their deepest, darkest secret, because they feel they don't trust easily. And I mean, who can blame them? Because there are, in humanity, there are so many people that will disappoint you at the time of need. So it's a whole lot. Reducing pressure, like when you have family members, friends, parents, sisters, brothers, friends. I said friends already. People in general, asking you dumb questions. For women who are not married, they hear Ghanaian women, single women, they hear this a lot of times from their family and friends and people. So when you're getting married, the females, when you getting married, aren't you too old to be single? Well, how is that your freaking business? That if this person is old or whatever, and they put too old, that's not your business. But people make it their business. So when you're gonna have a ring on your finger, that's disrespectful. That's lack of boundaries. We have to respect people's personal space. Why you feel the need to ask these dumb questions? Ebi mutimi busa nsɛmfo ne nsɛmtantan. Te sɛ nipa no, whatever age your di na wɔnware a, wasɛm ne sɛn? Wonim deɛ nti a nipa no nware. Obi wɔ hɔnom a they feel better, they are happier, so they will be alone. They will have friends, go out with people, but they prefer not having a partner. What is so wrong about that? Why do we feel the need to be in some people's business? I don't know, be ɛbɔ ne bra a yɛpɛ sɛ yɛde yɛn ho kɔhyɛ saa nipa ne bra mu, ɛsiane sɛ kɔnkɔnsa nti no, anaasɛ yie a yɛmpɛ wɔ bi nti no, ne yɛano ɛda baabi a ɛni kwan sɛ ɛkɔda. Yɛkɔhwia bebree ɛde ɔmo ntorɔ, like te sɛ wokɔ obi fie na nipa ne didi na nipa ne mfrɛ wo sɛ bra bɛdidi a, wontumi mfa waa wo pɛ ɛnkɔfa atere ɛmfa mmɛto aduane no mu sɛ wo ne ne di. But te sɛ ade a yɛyɛ no no, Ghanafoɔ bebree, nipa no ɛnto ne nsa mfrɛ wo, ɛnso no wokɔfa atere de kɔto n'aduane mu ɛne ne di. Na wodi nso a wonni ne wagya bi, wodi atu aseɛ. Wasan asɛ wo pasa. That saa na emu bi yɛ. And when you visit a friend or a family member and the family member is eating, if the family member does not invite you, you don't go and get a spoon to come and eat with that person. You don't do that unless the person invites you before you can even say, oh, it's okay, I'm fine, I already eaten. Or for you to be one of those people, there are some people. I used to have a former co-worker from my former job. Every time I bring my jollof rice and other food, and I will invite him, he never says no. He always go and get a bowl and come and get. Sometimes the food is not even enough for me, and he will always. And I didn't know how to not invite him, because he knows exactly when I take my break, and then he will make himself present at the time that I'm just about to open up my bowl and eat my food. Sister Aisha, Sister Love, please share your page, because I cannot share. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. earlier, no, I was trying to change it, but to share it, but it wouldn't let me share it. I just don't even know. Sometimes this is like so. I was trying to share it earlier, copy and share it on my page, but it wasn't allowing me. So I thought, let me see. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so this is sister, yeah, share it. So I can share it here. Okay, I'm sharing it now, sister. Aisha Ankra. That's in Yamisha. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I hope he came through. Okay. I tried earlier, but I wasn't able to copy and paste it. It wouldn't allow. Thank you so much, Sister Aisha. Yamisha. Hey, Sister Aisha, one me. I just realized like 2-3 days ago that Sister Aisha, not only does she sell Juice Plus, but Osanton Avon, cologne, any perfume. Into no, to sell like cologne, so no, see a support, so no with that because ɛsɛ Ghanafoɔ yɛ support yɛn ho ɛnyɛ sɛ wosan wo nua ho na wakɔ akɔtɔ aborɔfo deɛ adeɛ bibifoɔ yɛsɛ yɛ afitaafoɔ na ɔmo adeɛ yɛ papa, which is so bad. Why can't we support each other? Nti no masɛm no a na meka me nkwalabere manka nwie mo nso mankae me nti me maame de milk powder ba na makɔfa milk powder metumi de milk powder yi saa ɛneɛ meto nso di agorɔ fine me pass gas anyhow. So when I turned 8, I started taking some of the milk powder, the needle, to school with small plastic bags. I would just, put them in there, tie them, and I would sell it to my classmates in Kumasi. Say to and let me go school with Sanse. I went to school in the Sanse. And then I would sell to my classmates and some of the students. And when I get the money, the only thing I buy with that money that I'll make from selling milk powder is, and my mom didn't know this until one of them, gave me up. But my mom knew said I was taking some milk powder, but she thought I was still eating it. She even hate the milk powder because I was like passing too much gas. So I what I did was I brought some things to school. You see, Dr. Say is texting me. Okay, Impemu Inkomodie Beba so live tonight. Okay, Oba Hima Adwoa Odo Papabi. I'll be there. Let me let him know. I will be there to share some of my thoughts with my sexy voice. So I will bring some of the milk powder, and when I sell them, what I'll do with it is I will buy peanuts. I love peanuts, and then I will get me some chocolate bar. I love those Ghanaian red chocolate bar. Jasmine, bring me one of the chocolate bar. Like when Kay went to Ghana, our son, Ray got him some chocolate bar for me. I asked him to get the mini ones because the big ones, if I open the whole thing, I might eat the whole thing for the whole day. So I asked him to bring us like the small ones. You see? I love this. So I will spend the money for chocolate bar and peanuts. That's like all that I can get. So one day when I went to school with the milk powder, I ran out of it, and I took one of the students' money, right? And I told her I will bring the money the next. I will bring the milk powder the next day, and she said okay. But she followed me home, and then when I got to the house where our house was, there was a big open field. So she was standing at the big open field, but she's standing right directly in front of our house. So my mom kept walking back and forth, and then she would come back to the same place. So my mom recognized that, and my mom called her over. So she came, and as she was walking towards my mom, I keep like pushing my hands like for her to leave, and she wouldn't leave. She kept coming, and finally she got to where my mom is, and my mom asked her why she's standing there, and shouldn't shouldn't she be home? And she told my mom that I took her money. I'm supposed to give her milk powder, and I did not give her milk powder. Oh my gosh. My mom went in the room and got her a big milk powder. And I gauged everything. And I saw my mom give it to her, and she left. The next day, when we went to school, I told her how much she will owe me. So every day when I go to school, I gave her a price of how much she will pay me up to whatever time that she will finish paying. And by God, I made sure that I took up to the time that I felt that she was done paying for all that milk powder that my mom gave her. Because you can give me a small chunk of money and expect to come and get that much milk powder. So I made sure. Now my mom knows. Yes, she paid for that milk powder. She didn't get it for free. So that's what's up. So I remember everything that I did when growing up. So going back to the trauma, reducing pressure, a lot of times like we just pressure ourselves to do so many things. There are some decisions making that we know we're not ready to take that step, but because we want to prove to people, our loved ones, family members, and to impress other people, we force ourselves to do some of us force ourselves to do things just to satisfy other people's ego. You shouldn't do that. So some of the things that we can use to reduce depression will be watching what we eat and drink. Like, Sister Aisha, myself, uh, some of us who sells Juice Plus, Sister Awomekwa, Sister Medicine, Sister Yaba, so many of us, what we can do will be we will talk about Juice Plus, right? Juice Plus, we know it's a supplement. It's not medication. It helps you balance your diet, right? How many fruits can one eat a day? Not that many. But when you have the family package, we have about 28 to 33 different fruits in mixing together in one day. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. It helps give you better digestion. Some of us eat late, and you go to bed, your stomach is like, it looks like you're pregnant for 6 months. You are bloated and all that. And then, it builds your immune system, and you get better sleep, you get better skin texture, and so many other things. So it's a natural supplement. It's not medication. You can take it with or without food. And that's something that a lot of people now I have my friends and family, when they get funny videos, they send to me because I put them together. I use that That's part of the reducing pressure. One brother Natty does it just sent me one, so I'll watch it when I finish here. So you need to watch what you eat. Some of those who drink soda, for breakfast, lunch, dinner, in between, like, you need to substitute that with water. It's good to drink water, lots of water throughout the day. It helps you stay hydrated, not to be dehydrated. Is good because our body needs water. You need to keep your body moist and everything. You don't want to like have dry skin and all that. Juice plus, it does so many other things. So make sure you watch what you eat, what you drink. You have people who smoke. Some people drink lots of coffee in order for them to get through the day. I mean, how many cups of coffee you're supposed to have in a day? You need to make sure you know all that. This way, you're not going over that. The caffeine is really important. We need to take care of our body because our body does not speak for ourselves. It does not speak for themselves. We have to like make that decision for our body. When our body get tired, as long as our mind and our legs are moving, we're still moving. That's why it's important to do self care. Self care is so important. When you have a job, you have sick hours, you have personal days, and other time that you have vacation time to take off. So make sure at least every 3 to 4 months or maybe earlier, you take a day or two off and you rest. Don't stay home and clean and do all. No, your time off, this is your personal time. You're gonna rest. So make sure that you treat yourself every now and then. It's not you taking care of everybody. Take care of yourself first because that is going to help you be able to support your loved ones, and friends. We need to put ourselves in a good mental state. Mental health develop because many of us, with growing up traumas, the effects that we hold on to it, we don't talk about it, we disconnect with people, we have trouble sharing emotions, we like all that. It affects our mental state of mind. So you have to learn coping skills that will give you tools to not limit yourself in, keep yourself in a bottle, whereas you have so many space that you can spread yourself. We need to do exercise, going for walks, playing music, dancing. Any dance is a dance. No dance will kill earth. As aboni nkuma asase, wobetumi asase bia atopa nko na apese wubu abu atopa. Woni obi ni asam. Do what makes you happy. If you want to sing along, play sing along song, you play sing along song, you move around with it, and you in your house, you just do whatsoever. Doing meditation, I do meditation sometimes with music, other times without music. They have different meditation songs. You go to YouTube or you Google on that, you have some nice songs. They have the wave, they have the soothing, they have so many other things, sounds that you can use. Sometimes when you meditate for a while, you can feel your own like breathing, how calm, where it starts and where you end. It's really important. If you have not meditate in ever before, you start with 5 minutes, and as time goes on, you add more to it. A lot of people, identify stroke as something with older age, right? but it's associated with older age. But no, it's not that. It's never that. We know that babies can have stroke, children can have stroke, young adult can have stroke, adults can have stroke, elderly can have stroke. So, and all this plays part in pressure. You know, we put so many things on ourselves, and then at some point you get to a point because somebody would say, this guy and this woman, this person is so young. How can they have a stroke? Because of pressure. We don't take care of ourselves, our emotional, psychological, physical needs. We just keep going. We not energize a battery. We can't keep going without stopping. We need to be able to stop and have a breather. Stroke also is known as the cerebral vascular, and accident is something. Sometimes what happens is that you can have damage to the brain as a result of two reasons. And one of the reasons, let me go to the website. I didn't put it down because I want to share the website so you guys can look for it on the website. Maybe I can get Aisha to share it. My phone is, hold on. Oh, Sister Aisha, me that's it. Hmm. Okay, so all right, so okay, so you have stroke. You know what? Stroke, also known as cerebras vascular accident, is damage to the brain as a result of two reasons. You have interruption of blood flow, or rupturing of blood flows and bleeding in the brain. Um, so you, oh, where is it? So the interruption of blood flow is asthmatic stroke, and then the bleeding in the brain is hemorrhagic stroke. These two factors that lead to stroke are triggered by many things, which many of us do not take notice of. Here, we will be looking at the cause of stroke. Let me just go here. Why can't I find? Okay, let me see the website. I'm trying to give you guys the website. Mm, Maybe I should stick to the basic because I'm trying to get the website for you guys. This way you can stroke. Let me see. Causes of stroke. Pressure, not yet. Causes of stroke. Let me go to Google and get you guys. That's not what I want. Okay, so I can pass on the website. Where the hell? Why is it that Hold on. 10 causes of stroke. I think I'll get the website here. They should be able to give me the website here. Like 10 causes of a stroke. And this is from, where are they sharing it from? I wasn't going to share all this. It just happens to come along. So, and this was shared by Mika Faulty staff. I'm trying to see, like, they have not. Okay. The first one is high blood pressure. Like a lot of people have high blood pressure. In addition to regular high blood pressure or hypertension being a prominent causes of stroke, the issue often precedes or follows event with other causes as well. High blood pressure can damage the arteries, which increase the likelihood of clogging. The weakening of your arteries in the brain increase the chance of stroke. High blood pressure also increase the risk of having from a heart attack. A healthy diet and regular exercise can help reduce blood pressure. Reducing blood pressure, exercise, exercise, exercise. So like where I can see the. Okay, so common stroke causes, 10 common stroke causes are the cause of stroke. Like I don't even know. I'm trying to get, okay. So if you guys go to entirely, which is ENTIRELY health.com now, it gives you like 10 common causes of stroke. All right. And then so many other it says, and it was shared by Mia Gossi. So you have like high cholesterol that she spoke about over there also. I mean, like sometimes some of the things that we eat also play a major part in it. You have to take time to read through all that. I can't share it over here because it's like too much to share. It's going to take me over 2 hours, and I'm getting ready to go off. I'm going off in a few minutes, so let me just skip all that. So most of the time, what I know, like, reducing high blood pressure, or like, reducing pressure, we need to exercise, we need to take time doing health, self-care, do self-work, stop worrying about what other people think of you. Focus on what makes you happy. Many times we create our own problems, and drown in our problems. What we do in life always come back to us, good or bad. So, like, if you do good, you do for yourself. If you do bad, you do for yourself. There's a song in a Ghanaian uh, music that it talks about that. We need to take care of our physical body, mental stability, emotional and psychological, and so many etc. We need to stop worrying about what others think of us rather than doing what makes us happy, what is right for us. When we think of our society community, over 90%, which I shared earlier, of us have experienced some type of trauma at some point in our life that we have been we haven't been able to talk about it due to our culture, traditional, certain condition, foolishness, and other stuff. Because some people, when people start opening up, they have the diarrhea mouth, or they insult people, they degrade people, and take it, otherwise assume, and just talk about things that is not beneficial. Like, when someone is broken, you don't do things to break the person completely. So we have to be mindful of that. We should not allow any bad past experiences growing up, in being in a relationship, or like, in our being in a unhealthy environment, toxic marriages, to limit us from changing and growing. Sister Yoko, hey, Sister Yoko, God wins. And then we late, just a we dean power has happened. So I drop baby. This Yoko God wins says, I'm listening and wish many in Ghana will be here listening, because this is a major issue affecting the late 30s and early 40s in Ghana. Sister, I tell you, I hope so. And it's like in most ages. I mean, I understand what you're saying between this age, because then they didn't have the tools that is out there, the resources that's out there. Like you have some kids that are feeling anxious, they have anxieties, but they're not able to talk to their family about things. You have kids who are like, should not even be feeling pressure, but they are feeling pressure. Their mouth test, their mouth class. Excuse me. Boss.
Hello,
Boss lady. Yes, I do even sure. I mean, where? Yeah, that. Annie, what?
It's okay.
Oh, my team, me that's it.
Yeah, now I'm saying from the boy, but who send me who there be a who want to see at this
Annie,
you say what be you tell me here.
I know, not me. Oh, boss, me that's in your mission.
I was still keeping it up for some time. And what is this here?
Oh, boss, me imagine saying me call back to natural, because me kati me too, like a year and a half ago. Until me crisscross Mrs. Aketwa and Boma and me, I me call back to natural. I even considered doing Rasta, but the last time I'm a Sunday, and which was March 31st. Minunu na afidi asie na futu much into minunu na ya me ya, because not my permanent enya mubum free, so into na me catch Mrs. Aketwa said mean to me, and I'm just going to relax into my what time at me I will keep it like that. Yes. Yeah. Oh, boss, with us, and then so program no na hard to part to say, and then the whole day I had a meeting, from one meeting to another, and na me say, oh my gosh, boss, can some meeting me ako shake you, but say but the program was really, really, really hot and productive. I mean, I really enjoyed the contributions nearby. I really enjoy it, because I think that society.
It is well, yeah.
Most
I mean, Frank, I just say, I am quiet, we are still, we are with you, yes, you.
Martin, boss.
Why?
Martin.
I would say, a nice day used to be about to, hey, love doctor.
Love, and now by 10 o'clock, yeah, by messing no link, Normally, I am not, now someone say at time fan to Facebook, but we download do a Sankofa radio now. Wuti yenka.
Okay.
And then the doctor or says never ye butu I'm excited about it. Hey, doctor said, why is it dear Charlie? You didn't.
Oh my God.
Anyway. A bit more skills, maybe winning the NT mobile program setting time because or shall I say, I am if your comments first I know they to Facebook and me say, hey, some people are going crazy.
Facebook no.
I this almost making some changes, but they say sometimes now I know more if some of the better honor. But they say radio need like 24/7, wait me all the other program no. Yeah. And that what say I was texting me say I'm waiting for that 10 o'clock. And my sister me time. My here if you so as maybe back or joining this Stiana, Makutie, and now I real semi coso. Hey, Ghana and some sister whole boss. Ghana for your one, some more your problem. Mate, boss, with us.
All right, take care of yourself.
You as well, boss. Yes, bye. I don't phone nominate here for boss lady one. But no. It is Mondays through Friday. On your bus 5 days. I don't know how she does it. 5 days. 4 p.m. UK time. I am not my support to boss. Mohuni program. So I know my share. Because and semi or they by topics or they banner. Boss they also nam and that water when I'm not water I am also man na ma betiti being so free in the one why. Sister Yoko Godwin's method, what can I say? They say, there are so many resources to Wahonoma, you bet me. I acquire for so many people, loved ones are almost struggle with depression, anxiety, having anger management problems, not being able to control their emotions, not being able to be intimate with their partner, trying new things. There's a whole lot. So we just need to be able to. Cholesterol is something, how when I remember growing up when I went to stay with some of my uncles, that like their wife will go to the market and buy goat meat and other stuff, and then they will buy the fat, almost kind of case right? No, almost ton all that is killing some of our people. Sradia deɛ wotɔ de ayɛ aduane sɛn saa anwa no a wode ebi wɔ hɔ a ɔyɛ stew a the oil you can use that oil to make 3-4 other stew. Hey, cholesterol. Chale, serious matter. A lot of people don't know our choice of food, the drinks we choose. And we are no more so when some way say and some way they good. Unum drink way and you good. Me to say me no soda, especially in Coke. The diet one, it would even if you want to go on diet, I drink the regular Coke and do your walk, go for jogging, like what, jumping jacks and sit-ups and all that. Don't drink the diet one because I don't drink no diet nothing. But me, Coke, no. Every once in a while I'll take like Sprite or ginger ale, but that's every once in a blue moon. I drink water. I didn't used to like water because water does not have, it's tasteless. So I didn't. I was more into soda and apple juice and orange juice. But now I'm more water. It's good. Adwoa Odo, so please. 1:30 in the morning here. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, sister. Sorry. I know, boss. I don't even know how boss stays up that long because sometimes, like, and but then no, it's like 3 something. And I said like 4 something one way. UK, but boss so we will stay up. Hey, boss lady. And so, like, today I'm going to leave you guys here, but we're going to talk more about, growing up traumas and the effect because, a lot of us, we go through so many times, so many things we don't recognize that it does affect us. Even when you are being yelled at, being slapped in the face, I mean, no Ghanaian person uh, from my age, from age, I would say from age 20 upwards, can never stand and say, I'm saying 20 upwards because I don't know when they start. Can never tell me, say, growing up, they were never slapped, not even once. that's trauma because sometimes you get slapped from one end, your head will swing from here to the other side. That's how hard it is. They can't them. I mean, like my parents, I never went through that with my parents, but with one of my uncle, the flogging and beatings, that one I got from him. So, like, a lot of times we don't realize some of the things that we go through. Oh, Sister Aisha, you were welcome. I mean, sure. Miss Madam was Sister Monya Emre. Atena has it from beginning to even me doing my cardio. Ne nyinaa moanya na mo share mo views na mo tie. I know say like some of you guys prefer listening instead of coming to speak. Boss lady, nyame nhyira. Nyame nhyira paa. Nyame nhyira mo nyinaa. Ɔmmɔ mo ho ban. Yeah, na mo nyinaa mo have a great weekend. Enjoy life. I'm telling you guys, play music most of the time. Find your groove. Whatever music make you feel better, play that. Do meditation. Some people like doing yoga. I haven't tried it. Reading. Reading is also a good sensory, just to clear your mind. Sister Yatobra. The beauty of the beauty of a woman's heart. This is her second publication. So I'm going to be reading this and I'm going to be sharing with you guys. I'm going to be asking Sister Yatobra a lot of questions that I'm going to have. Believe me, she's going to like have so much of me. She's going to be like, oh, Adwoa, hey, how many questions you have? And I'll let her know, say, hi, I have more. Yes, Sister Aisha, I will send you the link. Adult talk pam komodie. Over there in Franentoma. Raw. Uko Franentoma, Dr. Sekrabeka say, what are you talking about? Into ba no I can raw na uko edin de ma yen no eno ne yeka yen can be before fro. Inti saa na tie. Adult talk. Friday be at 10 p.m. It will US time no. US Eastern time no. Adwoa Odo me tehonom. You should come and listen to me. Oh, hey, me kwa raw. Mami fixing bata dear no ayi. Sisi de me de me nyina me bra here chere. Na some me pamocho amu fancha me it's by accident. Enti no mami embo menu mienu bi amanya yi. Enti no to say like we just please we shouldn't stay damaged. We should not allow any bad experiences, past experiences, any traumatized event growing up, limit us from achieving anything that we want in life. We all different. We do things differently. But if you have experienced a lot of trauma, any type of trauma, and you holding on to it, you making yourself sick, you will not be able to fully enjoy life. We all have one life to live, and it's not fair for you to allow your abusers win, because when you bottle yourself, you hold things in, you cause yourself anxiety, you become depressed, you hold in so much anger, you allow yourself to be deprived from being in a good relationship, being with a good man or a good woman, mistreating your partner because someone has done you wrong. It's not fair. We have to be able to heal ourselves, deal with our demons, our fears, face it. Don't jump over it. Walk through it. Deal with it. Give yourself time. Take time, one day at a time. Never give up on yourself, because you have so much to give. We have so much to give. And my happiness began for me when I started working on myself, doing self care, loving myself, building my self confidence, believing in myself, not having any doubt as to what I can or cannot do, not having any limitation, being able to climb the ladder from bottom up. I'm not skipping any steps, because if I skip any steps, what's going to happen is that I'm going to miss something so greatly important that I will not able to gain from skipping that. I'm not going to be running a foolish race because my friends, family members, other people are ahead of me. I'm going to run my race at my pace, the way that I want things to happen. I'm not doing that. Do not run a foolish race. Do the things that make you happy. Don't do things to satisfy other people, because that's what a lot of people expecting most of you to do. Do not give your power away to people. We need to stay away from excuses, giving reasoning, and blaming game, comparing ourselves with other people, unnecessary competition, because nobody can ever be me, Adwoa Odo. Nobody can ever be Sister Ayesha Ankara. Nobody can ever be Boss Lady. No one can be Sister Yoko Gaswin. Nobody can be Sister Belinda Ajarin. Nobody can be Brother Vasco. Nobody can be Brother Nancy. Nobody can be my baby sister Chris Crossmanson, Brother Ankara. Nobody can be him. Nobody can be Sister Sage. Nobody can be Sister Yatubra. Nobody can be Sister Amma. Sokode. Hey, Sokode fa. Nobody can be you. All right. I can never be any of you, but we can work on ourselves. We can learn to love ourselves, build ourselves up in so many ways that life is going to be as beautiful, as enjoyable as we want it to be. We cannot allow people to tell us what we can do and what we cannot do. This is something that, a lot of times people we allow other people to speak for us. Learn to speak for yourself. Okay. Don't just don't give up. Okay. We are all unique. Oh, sister Aisha, there sometimes I feel like you are able to enter my brain and say the word I'm looking for. We are all built uniquely. We can't be like other people. Hey, do what makes you right. Your uniqueness makes you differentiate you from other people. So Menka say, most of the time you have people saying, say, oh, meant to me, and you saying, Tina, I never, we all have opportunities. Okay. Whatever you were not able to do growing up, what is stopping you now? Nothing should stop you. Change your mindset, your thinking process. Learn positive coping skills. All right. Don't speak about change. Act on it. What are some of the things that you can do to change, right? So your environment, the environment you grow in, your relationship, your failed marriages and stuff, don't allow that to limit you, keep you where you are. Keep pressing forward, because the forces for us are always greater than the forces against us. I know it, because all my life I know what I have struggled with and what I'm able to accomplish and overcome. Change is good, and learning positive coping skills to build your life, yourself. You can renew your mind. Our mind is very fragile, and we can, kind of build it to wherever direction we want it to go. Positivity, it adds to our life. Negativity takes things away. And it makes you sick, because people who think negative, they always thinking the worst is going the worst of somebody, and then they end up getting that worst for themselves, because that's what they deserve. If you do good, you do for yourself. If you do bad, you do for yourself. So let's go and join Brother Ankra. You come as I'm going. Eh? Why? I know, right? Wow, he is late. I know. Greetings to you all, to you and all viewers. Greetings to you as well, brother. Brother Ankra. I don't know. Sometimes he falls asleep and sometimes he's busy. Today, tomorrow, I have to grow my hair, because with Sopho Samuel also, I have to look my best. Boss lady, I'll keep my hair for a while. Me money say fake. I'll keep it for a while. Wow. So me me select new bebre, but me ntimi mbɔ ne nyinaa nti no deɛ mebɛbɔ ɛyɛ Sakina ɛne mame mbɔ Sakina ɛne my favorite from another Slim Buster, Home. I love that song. I don't know, show my body. Boss lady, we're gonna talk about Juice Plus. Sister Aisha, I'm going to take ask for your time one day for us to do Juice Plus together, and you give me a day, I will make time, and then we'll talk about it. Me de nyame gya mu nyinaa. Yɛbɛsa kasa saa trauma no, yɛbɛba abɛka bi, because there are some areas.
Sure, translate into which language?
Siri, I did not ask you nothing. Translate what to what language? You see, this technology is taking over our lives. So we will talk about. Thank you, Sister Aisha. So we will talk, and then we'll come up with a day that will work and a time that will work for both of us, and we will do that. But this trauma thing, we're going to be talking about it today. I didn't go into some areas that I wanted to go because I know that I'm going to take too long. So I don't want to take too long of lately. So we're going to come back to it, and we're going to talk about it, and we're going to hit with relationship, how others, trauma affects them, being able to have spending quality time with their partners, being able to have better understanding with their partners, encouraging them, motivating them. We're going to go into all that areas and learn together. Nyame yɛ adom a yɛbɛhyia ɔkyena awia 3 p.m., which will be 7 p.m. Ghana time, 8 p.m. UK time. Okay. 8 p.m. UK time tomorrow afternoon. And then Boss Lady said this, and I have never said this before, but I'm just realizing every Saturday morning, you have lawyer David Dackon. He shares a lot of insight when it comes to immigration and other laws, rules and regulations, for those who wants to having problems with immigration and other stuff, other matters, so he has so much insight, and I'm surprised he's doing it for free. Like the information he's giving, Ghanaians, we need to do better. We need to start learning. And see a timishia de yenya say yan fan to timene the penisano yenjai because it doesn't help us grow. Mama, we need to change the setting condition. We do. It might be more sakin and I mean, me sakin. Me favorite song, but I don't have enough time, and no requirement, next time, no my boy. Guys. Oh. Mo share program ne ma mi na me da masinya mi shram. This Aisha me da so reminded me to share with me page, me personal page. Mo like it, mo love it, mo laugh it. This time I sokode pa me be bu matopa. Sakina. I would say that me is so
Sakina, wako magia nyabio, aji Sakina, Odo come lekunyo, gasu se usu senkra, se jaini mo, aso midofi koi, ama rebo na media, mida now, and she me tija enye, se mi nyamba kimremia, aka misuma mi deche, Uncle say Odaman, Odo beba na mebu. Uncle say other man, Ojo Beba na meya seji Sakina, me Ojo Sakina, me don't know. Ojo the freeman, Sakina, yeah. Ojo Sakina, me don't know. Ojo the freeman. Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. Sikaya, ye batia keba. Sikaya, aso won suri abio. So what your phone? It's a good to see me now. Nina yo don't want. It is so odoria. I will be doing. You might be a country. I will go ya. I will go and make them up. And well, a blue to say them bra. Or something than it. You are me come to. How go ya? Oh, no, you couldn't you. Sakina, 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 oh, you could be man, Sakina, 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 you see, oh, yeah. I really care. We are care. Mentally sure. You need the best you come out of the head that you come matter. The young lady that was such a purpose of my whole life. The one by the set, you better trust the job to see your demo. Metro, and my come to a duty deck. They don't get to set them up without better and or damn people. I support the job. The very carry I got people. They bet their wood. I guess and I would die some course. I was about to go down in the wood of those guys. And you have the but too bad. I second go with cancer. If you would say I'm not a pro, and I am never that. I'm a woman there, maybe a crop. We check the crop, what I said, my warrior. Oh no, people bring out a one more better. When you tell the again, I don't have a that. I'm going to say, many they know I can set the watching. But this second time, just a set. I don't play the sauce for read to me. To some shepherd. Salam alaikum. Alaikum salam.
Thank you. I mean, shake it, your mom and mommy in the case. And the family demand you that you know why. I lost members and so. Yes, anyway.
New revolution
I think I'm crazy, but
can inflate any tire in seconds. Over and underinflated tires.
Hey, God. Shambele, Let me show you guys something. I mean, come back. I have to show you guys my move. I'm going back because I want to show you guys. Remember who said me now yet? I'm telling you. Okay, let me. That's my cardio. You have to work your legs. Bye, guys. Bye. Woo. Ah, mami mo ni mo yanko. Mami yanko na Hawaii. Oh, crisscross. Me bueno anko ama no asa. Actually, I know crisscross song. I'm gonna play that for her now. I'm getting crisscross song. Yeah, Jujumiso. Maybe sister, before I go off, let me play your song for you, okay? Nana Mighty, bring me the tie. Let me tie my hair. I see you don't come on. Me there, and see you from me. The electric slide, okay? I want you guys to hear this. Okay, so this is my electric slide Ghana song. So you go. Okay, so I want you guys to see the legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, louder. 3, no louder, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. One love, guys. One love. Take care of yourself and each other, okay? Bye, guys. This time is bye for real. That means Ramo.